Hello everyone and welcome back to Majesty 2 Battles of Ardania. And welcome to the very final mission, the Werewolf's Folly. Now there have been a couple of issues with this mission. So firstly, some time passed between me playing the pre-ultimate mission, Godless Earth, and this mission here. And what happened is that Majesty 2, well, it didn't delete my saves, but there's a well-known bug. It happened to a bunch of people. You can easily find it being discussed in online forums, that your saves are no longer recognized. You can fix that by manually editing a couple of configuration files, but that has a very strange result. As you can see, we have these 4 missions being designated as not having been played or unlocked, but you can also see the actual icon behind them, so this is a little bit messed up. This isn't much of a problem. I can fix this, but I apologize for this, so this is a bit weird. But anyway, let's not waste any more time, and I'll see you in a moment.
Greetings, sire. Wonderful morning, don't you think? Up for a bit of falconry? Ah, but I can offer you something even better. Yes, your majesty, I have learned the name of our enemy. Don Basilio de Torvega, the head of a very old and very powerful aristocratic family. Exactly, sire. Last month I reviewed an unbelievable number of registers, chronicles, records, reports, and letters. I need not explain how I figured it out. It's fascinating, but we just don't have time. Instead, let me tell you what this Torvega has done. 300 years ago, he was but a common mage. How well I remember. Here is his description. A pale young man with burning eyes, dreaming of immortality. And not like normal decent mages who die and become liches. No, he allowed a werewolf to bite him, and somehow managed to cope with the madness of lycanthropy. This fellow was certainly talented, and so, having achieved immortality, he began to set himself yet new goals. First, he decided that he was to become the leader of the werewolves, and in this he also succeeded. Then he determined that he would become the leader of all the monsters of Ardania. And so he united the goblins, minotaurs, ratmen, and all the other monsters. He even taught these creatures magic. After this, he set his eyes upon the throne of Ardania itself, and created a network of conspirators which even I was unable to detect. Torvega would have seized the throne long ago, had not that miserable Leonard called up the Baron of Hell. All without my knowledge, of course. But now Don Basilio de Torvega has set his sights even higher. He wishes to become a god, and he has already advanced in this plan. But you know what pleases my heart, sire? Torvega has had to use all his secret reserves in battling you. He fears the great king, and if I were him, I would be afraid too. So, shall we hunt for a would-be god, your majesty?
Let's do it.
Your majesty, we haven't a moment to lose. Torvega has done something incredible. He has called into Ardania a part of another world, and is now attempting to use its strength. Prepare yourself for the decisive battle, sire. It is time to destroy our greatest enemy. A new quest for you, your majesty.
Okay, so here we go. Let's do it. This mission here takes place at dawn, or does, I'm not entirely sure, but it has quite an interesting effect. So let's upgrade our castle right away, and let's do our usual setup. And one thing that's very interesting about this mission's briefing is that the advisor said that he remembered Torvega being a mage 300 years ago, which suggests that your advisor is actually not a human being or an immortal entity of sorts, or that he himself is at least some sort of special human being, however you want to call that. So let's get some heroes, especially clerics. Actually, let's get a second cleric skill straight away. Can probably use a lot of clerics, definitely warriors. Some tanks are always welcome. Mages, they're so expensive, I'm not going to build them right now, but what I am going to do is I'm going to build a magic bazaar soon-ish.
Sire, the arch Archmages have informed us that they finally understand the nature of the invisibility spell often used by Torvega. It is the Veil of Night, and it is now clear which god's power Don Basilio is attempting to obtain. 'Tis none other than Lunor. Your Majesty, a new building is complete. Now our mages will dispel the enchantment. And look, 'tis Lunord's temple. How strange. Ah, but that symbol cannot be confused with any other. Sire, I have an idea. We must destroy the vile servants of Torvega which guard the temple.
Your Majesty.
So, oh, yeah, here's another one of those portals. Definitely have to destroy that. And I probably have already lost heroes. Can't see graveyard yet, but I'm probably going to lose some sooner or later. Anyway, I want to secure this trading post here. So I need some defenses here. That rogue is dealing with that crypt. And oh, that's just a bunny. So, yeah. I don't really like that there's a mountain here, and whenever I move on top of this, the camera kind of jumps like this, so I can kind of artificially zoom out here, which is not really how zooming out should work in this game, but whatever. So what I want to say is that you get swamped quite heavily at the start of this mission. It's easier later on, because there isn't really there's no form of countdown. In some of the earlier Majesty missions, you always had those missions where you had to fight a really, really powerful being, and after X number of days, it would just go for your base, and if you weren't ready, you would just get killed. And wow, I'm getting swamped heavily here. Whew. So yeah, I'm going to try to fix this, and I'm going to see you back in a moment. And we're back, and this game crashed again, which isn't really that surprising, considering how late game this mission is, and how many creatures and heroes are on the map at the same time. Yeah, this game becomes more and more crash heavy with every expansion, so I'm not really surprised about that. So for now, let's just get a trading post going here. So yeah, as you can see, I disposed of most of the dwellings directly next to my base, and please don't destroy this tower here. The question is, can you build this tower faster than I can? This guy can. Okay, he ignores that. Well, whatever. So yeah, it should be good for now. Let's just kill this graveyard here, or just destroy it, not kill it. Got a couple of towers here, and I've got a dwarven tower here that should secure this flank here and also this trading post here, which will be quite helpful because let's explore this just in case there's something here, which will be helpful because it gives me some extra income. And trading posts are actually pretty good for income, but the problem is they just get destroyed so easily, and they're always in locations where you're kind of forced to have them scattered over the map. So, and that was quite a decent number of monsters. I think I'm going to build another dwarven tower here. So yeah, there's demons here. So, but the crypt is gone for now. So all my heroes are alive. That's pretty amazing. I have yet to upgrade my Ranger Guild. For some reason, I tend to forget about that. Even though the Ranger Guild is one of the cheapest guilds, so we can upgrade it really early. So this spell here, Destruction, good for destroying buildings. It's good for destroying dwellings, but its main use is to destroy enemy castles and enemy bases. So it's not the best spell for. I did not want that to happen. I hope someone explores this, because I have the feeling there could be a portal here, some other sort of den. There's again this mountain here, who always makes me hop. So I have a lot of stuff to do. So let's upgrade our marketplace once more, because that means more money. That means I can upgrade other stuff more frequently. So, and that's actually a lot of monsters. But with these towers and this dwarven tower here, At least they should not be able to just overrun me. So let's get this last upgrade here. Let's get some basic skills. Probably should have gotten those a while ago. Let's upgrade the Thief Guild. So do I have... I do not have a Wizard's Guild. So let's... you know what, let's actually get one. At least for the Wizard's Bazaar. Which strengthens my economy, so there's nothing really wrong with that. Let's actually build the Wizard's Guild here. Maybe the Wizards can train with all the rats here. Even though I think a rat can actually kill a wizard. At least I wouldn't be surprised if it could. I'm going to leave this dwelling here because it doesn't seem like I'm getting swarmed all that much. And maybe this can help to train my heroes a little bit. Ooh, and whoa, there goes my frame rate. So can someone please come on. Okay, 500 gold. That should be sufficient, shouldn't it? Where are those ghosts coming from? Is there a dwelling here? Doesn't really look like it, but I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, that's definitely a portal here. Liches and these guys here. Yeah, there's definitely a portal here. Yeah, so let's blow that up. And have some really decent income. So let's get all the upgrades. And before we get wizards, let's upgrade the Wizards Guild so they start with better stuff. Let's get the 3rd tier weapons. Yeah, and you... Sorry, Lich, you can't take on a Dwarven Tower. Very few monsters can. So, Goblin Experts. Goblin Experts are seriously annoying. They're so good against buildings, it's ridiculous. I'm pretty sure they were specifically designed to bring down Dwarven Towers, and I'm pretty sure I already complained about that at least 5 times. So, Temple, it's pretty obvious, definitely Temple to Agrella, especially because there's a boss fight on this map, so it's pretty much a no-brainer. Let's build one tower like here-ish. And all my heroes are still alive, it's kind of amazing. So, let's get these cheap thief upgrades. Let's get even more upgrades for the Wizard's Guild, and let's get all the ranger upgrades. I mean, rangers are already not the best heroes, so I might as well give them all the upgrades they can get. Maybe I should have built the Dwarven Tower here so I could have secured this temple here. Well, maybe next time. But I can still do that, it's not like I don't have the money. What I also want is a stone incantation spell. So yeah, let's get this upgrade because I can. I think I'm going to get some more upgrades and then I'll see you back before the game crashes for the next time. So, things are running quite smoothly. I've built...
Oh. There, Torvega. My, I haven't seen him for ages. Sire, he now appears a man, but if I were you, I would be prepared for anything.
Yeah, what I wanted to say before I was interrupted is that I've built most of the stuff I want to build, but I want to upgrade everything fully before I take on Torvega. So here's Torvega. He's got a ridiculous amount of hit points, and as you can see they recycled the generic mage image from one of the previous missions, or that is a sorcerer image. Yeah, so this is the final boss of this game, and they couldn't even bother to give him a unique portrait, which is really a bit cheap, but hey, let's just get these upgrades here. Don't really need that one, so I've got my wizards, they're still alive, and 2 of them are already leveled up. I even got elves, even though I don't really like elves all that much. So let's form some parties. Dwarven leader is good, a ranger, why not, rogue, and I definitely want a healer. So if one of you could just show up, that would be amazing. Yeah, there we go. Let's go with this one for now. And let's also upgrade you, and let's upgrade you, and then let's get my priestess. Actually, why didn't that work? There we go. So let's get them back. And well, yep, heroes died. Yeah, of course an elf, because they are so low level at this point. The elves are super fragile. To be honest, I'm not really the biggest fan of elves. They don't like dwarves, so they occasionally fight, which isn't really all that much of a problem, but it's kind of annoying, nevertheless. And dwarves are just so much more useful, because they are ridiculously tanky, they're really good at destroying buildings, their building is very sturdy, so it's a good building to have at the front lines if it's a mission where you're threatened a lot. and the stone incantation spell is just so useful. Same goes for the Temple of Agrella, or Temple to Agrella, sorry, because the resurrection spell is just so good. There are some other spells that are pretty good too. There's one spell that protects all your heroes, or not protects all your heroes, that boosts all your heroes. But that resurrection spell, cheap resurrection and resurrection directly in the field, is just so good. Yeah, if you have multiple holy sites, it's pretty much a waste not to make at least one of them an Agrella site. Even though I guess you could argue that if you take all the evil well, they aren't really all that evil, but they're more like neutral or less lawful good. Yeah, I guess you could argue that it's interesting to make a playthrough where you only favor those gods, but yeah, who cares? So yeah, this game is already difficult enough and it crashes all the time, so I'm not going to make it extra hard on myself. Yeah, this golden hub multiple research is only 500 bucks. And why haven't I researched Masterstroke magic weapon? I don't know, and I don't care. So yeah, what I have to do is I definitely have to free that temple to Lunor. There are these werewolves around here. And I have to do some other stuff. Yeah, obviously you can't just beat up Torvega in human form. Yeah, he has some tricks up his sleeve. So, but until then, let's check whether we have all the upgrades we want, which is all the upgrades we can get. And let's form maybe one more party. I want a cleric in the party, but yeah, warrior with nope. Dwarf, wizard, cleric sounds good, and maybe one more. See what we can get. How about warrior, wizard, cleric, and rogue? Sounds good to me too. So, and my wizards have yet to die, and they're all level 2 to 4. That's kind of scary how long they survive. Usually they have to resurrect them like 5 times before anything happens. So let's get rid of this den here. Let's actually build a second Dwarven tower here. And I'm going to stone incantate this one here because really can't be bothered to wait until it's finished. So here we go. No, those elves, they pack some punch at this point. So, Chrome, Fervus, Halia. Let's get a Doros temple because paladins are just so tanky. It's not even funny. Let's upgrade the blacksmith. Let's upgrade the blacksmith, thank you very much. So, and I'm going to leave these dens here for now because they aren't really much of a threat. And it's nice to have monsters to level up my heroes. And it's good to see that apparently these 2 towers cover this entire area here. So there isn't a blind spot here where a monster can destroy this temple without my towers being able to intervene. So wow, the frame rate just went down to like 15 frames per second. This game isn't really optimized for a large number of sprites being on the screen at the same time, which is kind of odd because that's always what is happening in these missions here. And I don't even want to know how this game ran on a, let's say, medium to bad PC back in the days, because when I got it, it was, I think, a year old or so, but I had a pretty high-end machine at the time, for the time. But yeah, wow, that frame rate drop. Anyway, let's get some upgraded equipment. This equipment is really expensive, so that ate almost all my money. But I should be able to afford all of that soon. And then let's liberate the temple to Lunor from the werewolves. As for general strategy here, secure this flank with Dwarven Tower, get this trading post here. Get this temple running and this trading post here. That will greatly increase your income. That will help a lot. Secure this flank here with a couple of towers and then you should really be good. So how about you become a paladin? And now I'm out of money again. So let's make one of your buddies a paladin as soon as I can actually afford it. Actually, you know what? Let's get a new warrior. Now that this guy here is attached to this temple here. And let's promote you. See how that goes, and then let's get you right back. So, holy shields. Might as well do it. It's pretty cheap to research at this point, so it's not really I'm wasting money.
Your Highness, our research is complete.
So, any of my hero stats? No, still no hero stat. Almost uncanny. And I can almost afford everything. So, yeah, if this tower could get promotions or levels, it would be ridiculously high level at this point, because this guy here has killed so many zombies. So, yeah, I decided to promote a very low level fighter to a Doros Paladin one, because these guys have a pretty good survivability due to their ridiculously high defense. So where, oh yeah, here we go. So Torvega should still be like lurking around here. Yeah, he has an entourage of ghosts. Ghosts are a little bit annoying, but at least they aren't as incorporeal enough that you can't smash their skulls with a stone, so yeah. I'm really glad this game doesn't really have stuff like invulnerability to certain attack types, at least not on a larger scale, because you can't really guard your heroes all that well, so that would be really annoying. So, but let's stop wasting time and let's kill these werewolves. So you get some juicy reward flags on your heads, and you get even bigger ones, so I track a lot of heroes. And how did you get past this swarm tower here? I don't know, but it doesn't really matter. So skeletons, they just ignore the skeletons. And that werewolf is going down pretty fast. Well, it's two paladins and warriors ganging up here, so yeah, those werewolves have no chance. Wow, look at this firework of special effects.
The quest is completed, sire. The temple to Lunord has been captured. Sire, your mages can now... But what is this? My dear lady, this is the royal chamber. By what right do you appear here without an invitation?
Greetings, Your Highness. My name is Halef Nightbringer, and I have come to you on behalf of the Rogues Guild. I ask you to restore to us the Temple of Lunord. We are his true servants, who were betrayed by the sun, and who were revived by the light of the moon. For far too long our enemy has concealed from us this temple, the quintessence of the sanctity of the night. Return it to us, and we shall serve you, Your Majesty, and our curses shall rain down upon those who defiled it.
A new building is complete. Wonderful! Another secret society of Lunord devotees who have hid themselves among the rogues. What else is going on that we don't know about? Perhaps the kingdom has become a democracy. Damn it all! Well, we shall certainly appreciate all the help we can get. The temple is at your disposal, milady.
By the power of this prayer, I curse you, werewolf. By the power of night, by the moon and the wind, I curse you. Feel the blades of his servants and prepare for his vengeance.
Alright, so that out of the way. I think I'm going to power through all these dwellings, and I'm going to see you when I'm actually take on Torvega. Alright, so time to explore the rest of the map and take out the rest of the dwellings, and then I'm going to take on Torvega. Yeah, Torvega no longer has his skeleton followers because I just killed them with a scepter here. I mean, they're not all that strong. They are way weaker than Torvega, but I don't really want to have them around. So there's a portal here. So let's explore this area here too. It's not like I lack the money to coach my heroes to do that. Look at this waterfall here. Yeah, maybe should stay there for more than a second. So it actually looks quite nice, even for a game of its time. And here we have portal to hell. Let's get rid of that. Get rid of that. Let's get rid of Yeah, when you get rid of these dwellings here, there's always a chance that Torvega will just kill your heroes, or that they will attack him and then get killed, but in that case I just have to resurrect them. Even if I have to pay for the resurrection because I don't react fast enough. I can afford it at this point, so it's not like it will be a big deal. So, how are things going here? Well enough. Yeah, wolves are not really a credible threat at this point. Wow, look at that dwarf. That was 2 hits, I think. A 10th level dwarf. He's not even that high level. I mean, his level is high, but he's not ridiculously high or anything. Maybe I should build more temples here. Which I probably can do once I've secured this area properly. Why can't I? Oh yeah, here we go. So yeah, whatever, you need to die too. Dwelling that produces, well, 6 wolves. That's actually... It can be a threat at the start of the mission. And it's very far away, so it's one of those dwellings where you will have issues disposing of it early on. So let's explore this area here too. Let's just check the graveyards. Everybody's still alive. Still kind of amazed by that. Look at this. So why are you running away? You have okay health. So
I'll bring her mercy.
here we go. So this area is mostly clear. Still want to explore this corner here just in case there's a dwelling there, because I like to hide dwellings very close to the edge of the map here. I'm not going to bother with this stuff here right now. Yep, I knew it. There was a dark portal here. So that produced actually quite a lot number of undead. So what temple do I want here? Maybe 1, 2 Beastmasters, Archers of Helia, Shield of Chaos. I think I'm thinking to go for Fervous just for the shield spell. And I want to have this corner here explored, please. So I really like the design of this map. Color-wise, this dawn-themed map looks quite nice. And it's a little bit refreshing. And it does have a lot of stuff like these mountains here, so it's not just flat terrain and an enemy castle somewhere. It actually has some diversity. Because I'm lazy, I'm going to use this spell here. Shield of Chaos. So you can get yourself... Oh, he's in the building. I still don't get why you can't upgrade Rangers while they're in the building. I guess it's like a game thing. Anyway, let's get you guys back. You're probably going to get killed pretty quickly, but who cares? I certainly don't. So, do I want to... Yeah, let's just build one of these towers here just in case there are more monsters around, like off-map monsters. Because there are always off-map monsters somewhere. And there's actually another dwelling here. This trading post here is still standing. It's a good sign. Not that I'm desperate for money. So, I like this bowstring sound. At least I think it's supposed to be a bowstring sound. I think does this affect all my heroes? Yes, it does. It's very nice. It only costs 1,000, which isn't really a lot of money late game. Okay, but look at this. Look at this here. Yeah, we'll get back to that later. But for now, let's... Where's Torvega? No, really, where is he? Oh yeah, there we go. So let's slow down the game a little bit. And let's put a nice and juicy reward on his head. Can actually freeze him. He's probably immune to that because he's special. Even though he doesn't have any special skills apart from... Oh yeah, special abilities and Shield of Armage. It's probably Archmage, but it's the Armage. Pirate Wizard. Oh yeah, he's very good defense. But hey, anyway, so let's just see what my heroes are doing. How many people I can get interested in here? 7. Let's make that 10,000. 12,000. That should... Yeah, I'm auctioning this guy. So that should get some people's attention. Well, we added... Oh yeah, that one ranger is dead, but yeah, it was first level. Was that first level rather really the first guy to attack? The really powerful wizard? Yeah, it doesn't really matter, so this guy is going to go down. I'm not going to bother healing heroes, I'm just going to resurrect heroes. Of course, the problem with resurrection is, which is both good and bad, is that they... Oh yeah, the wizards are dying like flies, as usual. That the heroes are resurrected where they are, so if they are right next to a powerful monster, they're just going to die again. There's also... how fast are these... Does this guy hate other wizards? Really? How fast are those guys dying? I mean, resurrecting him here is really the cheapest option, I think. Slow that down a bit, otherwise the game will just crash again. Even though this isn't all that frame rate heavy, so yeah, who cares? First level ranger died, of course. It's really just my wizards dying. It's kind of amazing. I'm going to resurrect you over and over and over again. It's just these guys, really.
This is not over. Do you hear me, advisor? You and your king shall soon be smoldering to ash by the pale light of the moon, and I shall rule forever.
For you, your majesty. Sire, I'm beginning to suspect that all the villains we battle have read from the same book. 100 terrible statements on how to pronounce them. The only thing he's right about, it truly isn't over. Now we face a werewolf.
Okay, so I am vaguely French, even though my name is supposed to sound Spanish. So where's I can't even see. Is there Torvega here somewhere? Where? Chaos. I really can't see where Torvega is. So is he? Oh, there he is. Somewhere completely different. So yeah, that was the first phase. Probably should have used this. Oh, here's some more.
Sire, our rangers have found a beastmaster known as Falcon's Eye. Yes, 'tis the very same beastmaster who was so helpful with his wolves during our war with Grumgog. Falcon's Eye says that he himself was bitten by a werewolf, and now he turns into a terrible beast. He had come to Torvega for help, but the cruel mage simply threw him out. After this, Falcon's Eye combined the magic of Fervis with his new werewolf abilities and became even stronger. All the while remaining loyal to your majesty. He yearns to avenge the owner of this land for his mistreatment. A new quest for you, your majesty. Falcon's Eye asked that he be escorted to the waterfall. According to him, Torvega enchanted the water so that it may quickly revive him after he transforms. Our Beastmaster has the knowledge necessary to alter the properties of water, so that it will bring harm to the wicked mage.
Alright, I'll do that in a moment.
Falcon's Eye has already begun the rite. Any hero who approaches the waterfall will gain a new weapon in the battle against Torvega. Wonderful news, sire! The weapons of our heroes, after being dipped in the poison waterfall, become mortally dangerous to our enemy. Let us not waste time while the waters dry up. Attack! Wonderful news, sire! The weapons of our heroes, after being dipped in the poison waterfall, become mortally dangerous to our enemy. Let us not waste time while the waters dry up. Attack!
Not sure why you felt the need to say that twice, but anyway, here we go. Second battle with Torvega, this time in werewolf form with more than twice the number of hit points. So where's everybody? So here we go. Are you going to kill? Yeah, you're going to kill her right away with one hit. That ranger, it's this ranger again. Wow, that guy is brave for being so weak. So yeah, but now my paladins and dwarves arrived, so they should be less resurrection heavy. And 17th level paladin, not bad. So and this guy, he has all kinds of special abilities and status effects right now. And wow, he's got a lot of hit points. He's not going to go down easy, but then again, He's attacking my paladins, so... Yeah, maybe I should summon the Spirit of Kings too. Yeah, but he's not actually doing a whole lot of damage, to be honest. I mean, these heroes, they are strong, but most of them are below level 20, so they're not really all that high level. He's not killing the wizard this time, probably because he's not a wizard himself, and look at that. Yep. And he is, yeah, almost down to half hit points. Come on. You can do this. So, 1/3 of his hit points left. I'm losing buildings because my heroes don't have time to defend my base. Wow, they're gaining levels quickly. These guys are on level 15. Man. Come on, it's almost down.
Pitiful fools. Each death only brings me greater strength. Beware my power. I am as terrible as a dragon, and soon I shall be a god. No one can stand against me.
To unite the power of another world and the power of a dragon's soul. Brilliant, my young friend. Most brilliant indeed. Sire, I now know exactly how Torvega plans to take Lunord's place. And I dare say he just might manage it.
Okay, every time he resurrects these portals again, which is really annoying. Now we have this dragon temple here. And I'm just going to slow down the game here a little bit, because I really can't be bothered to... Oh, lost a cleric. Really can't be bothered to do that while I'm fighting the werewolf, so let's increase the speed a little bit.
How much do you know of dragons, sire? Yes, 'tis not the time for lectures, but this is important nevertheless. They are large, angry, fearsome, and inside one of them you found your beautiful mantle. But in addition, the dragons of today come from another world. Fafnir, who you defeated, was the first to emerge from the beyond. And it is now clear who helped him accomplish this feat. Dragons possess primordial magic, which is similar to the powers of the gods themselves. Torvega attempted to use Fafnir to forge a connection with Lunor, but it would appear that this did not come to pass. But now he works to become a dragon himself, and for this he required a part of the world of the dragons. However, he seems to have forgotten the fact that dragons do not appreciate it when mortals attempt to rob them of their souls. Yes, and the barriers between the worlds. When they are broken, then something might disappear, while something else might appear. Do you see this statue, sire? This is a nest of dragons from the world of Illis. If we can summon them with the proper rites, these creatures would be happy to devour Torvega. Such rituals may be performed only by elves, and it will take 3 of them, surrounding this nest of dragons, to weave the necessary magic. Excellent! Our elves have handled the matter splendidly, just as we expected. Your Majesty, the mighty dragons of Illis now come to punish the one who dared steal their essence. Wonderful news, sire! The weapons of our heroes after being...
Okay, enough of that, we already had that a million times. So now we have to beat Torvega in his final form, and I can barely see where he is. So, who's... oh yeah, there he is. So he has lost less than 1/4 of his hit points, so... Yeah, I just have to keep on resurrecting people. The problem is I'm really low on money right now, so I have to rely on my paladins and other stronger heroes. And he also has a bunch of monsters, but yeah, those aren't really much of a threat. Yeah, but by stronger heroes, those are the ones that are going to be the ones that survive. Let's still resurrect some people. It's just so where are we at? Yeah, this should be good enough for now. Me and my paladins, they aren't really losing hit points quickly. Let's just slow down the game briefly. And let's see who's worth resurrecting. I don't really have all that much money, so I don't want to spend too much money on that. Clerics, I want to resurrect the wizard because they're great damage dealers, but I still have 2 of them being alive. And I don't really want to waste too much money because I also need money for the resurrection spell. So yeah, just in case you missed it, there's this dragon thingy here, and then you just put elf there and then stuff happens. Or where is it? I don't know. Doesn't really matter. So during the cutscene, now we have werewolf dragon hybrid Torvega. Damn, does he look ugly. So, but as I said, yeah, Paladin's gonna tank. The rogue here is just dying over and over again. He really doesn't like her. But yeah, I've reduced him to almost half hit points. So, and the heroes I have right now, they're doing well enough because the dwarves and the paladins, they just tank everything. The dragons help. These dragons are actually, they're pretty good, but they're really weak compared to Torvega, and they have an expiration date, so they constantly lose hit points. So they will always die at one point. So, and that, yeah, at least now I don't have to scroll to resurrect my heroes. So yeah, this should be easy now. It just takes a lot of time, to be honest. Yeah, and that's really all I have to say. Get those paladins, get the dwarves, they're going to tank, same goes with warriors. Get priestesses to keep your other heroes alive, and a couple of ranged guys are great too, because these guys they aren't really attacked. They aren't really in melee, so it doesn't really matter how weak their defense is, they're just going to stand there and deal some extra damage. So how are things going? Yeah, he's going down quickly. You're not going to kill that dwarf, it's just not going to happen. Actually, maybe it is going to happen. Oh, wow, he killed one of my warriors, not good. Yeah, but yeah, resurrection is cheap at this point. Yeah, and these... Oh, yeah, okay, so he's killing guys now, but I'm resurrecting guys, so... Use the mantle. Yeah, probably should have used some, spells and stuff, but... Let's face it, it's not really necessary. Here we go. Resurrect. And... Oh yeah, he's almost done. Just going to keep on resurrecting you. Yeah, you can't do it alone. You're not doing it alone. You're doing it with like all of your friends. There we go again. Oh, the ranger died. However, that happened. Where's he? Yeah, less than 10,000 hit points. He's going to... Yeah, his hit points are just melting. Wow, we killed 1 point dwarf. Like 1. And less than 1,000 hit points.
Ah, 'tis too late for you mortals. Now you shall look upon my true form and tremble. Prepare to meet my wrath!
Yep, and his strength farms.
But wait,
What's this? What's going on?
Lunard, this isn't Folly!
Lunard!
I can't do it alone. Amazing. It turns out gods, even the fallen ones, are also not very fond of those who encroach upon their power. Now you have Don Bunny de Torvega. Nothing can stop the Falconer Sire if Lunard is playing the Falcon. So, what do you think? Shall we put this magical hare in the royal menagerie, or send it straight to the royal cook? On that day, the great ruler proclaimed that the people of Ardania would once again worship the god of winds, for Lunard himself had lent his aid in the defeat of the wicked Torvega. Overcome by the power of the god of night, the villain had suffered a severe and well-deserved punishment.
And that was Majesty 2, Battles of Ardania, with an ending that is basically like a Looney Tunes ending. So yeah, this game here, it's probably the weakest of all the expansions. I still like it, it was still fun enough, but overall it feels a little bit cheap and it brings almost nothing new to the table. So the first expansion brought the goblins, and it was still kind of fresh because it brought in a couple of new monsters, and this one here just feels like it recycles a lot. So you have those missions, but it's basically just like a string of random missions. They are all connected by Torvega, because he's basically behind all of it, but there's no plot line. It could be any of those missions. You could even take the missions from the first, not the first Majesty 2, the Majesty 2 base game. Just say, oh, the dragon here, that was summoned by Torvega to distract you, and oh, the Lich King was also summoned by Torvega. It doesn't really matter. I mean, there's this conspiracy, but ultimately it doesn't really matter. You can use any mission to do that, and it feels like that there's only very few elements actually connecting the final mission to the rest of the missions. So ultimately you end up with the final mission. It's just like, oh, go, by the way, here's your villain. We have not spoken about him at all. He has appeared before, but he was in disguise, so we didn't learn anything about him. And we don't know who's threatening us. We know nothing about him because he's never been mentioned before, so we don't really know whether he's a credible threat or not. And overall it feels a little bit slapped together. And the difficulty though is, in my opinion, quite balanced. It's not too bad. I think it's a little bit better than in the base game, even though the final mission was, I wouldn't say it was a disappointment. It was alright, but it was more of a slog than a true challenge, because once you have secured your initial base, there's really nothing that can stop you. You can just take your time, level up your heroes till forever, because there's no time limit. But to be honest, I kind of appreciate that, because I didn't really like the time limit missions, because it almost always meant that if the time limit wasn't one they told you about, it was just one of those where around a certain date the boss would just come to your base and destroy it. It always meant you'd have to play the mission twice. Once to find out what your time limit actually is and how to deal with the boss, and the second time to actually beat the mission. And I don't really think that's a good design, because that means that you feel like when you're playing the mission the first time you're wasting your time. You shouldn't do that. It shouldn't be too easy. But in theory you should be able to beat every mission on your first try, even if it's not easy. But yeah, not complaining too much. So yeah, this game is overall still one I enjoyed. And at this point I would probably recommend getting it. But if you're getting Majesty 2 at this point, you're probably just going to get the entire game. That means all the expansions, like the collector's edition, so you're going to have this expansion here anyway. And in the next expansion we have quite some changes. So we do have a new enemy we face, but I'm not really going to tell you more about it, because there will be spoilers, and the next game actually has a better storyline. I think it's overall more interesting. But yeah, you have to wait till I'll play that game, but I'm already at it. So, and what I'm also going to do is I'm going to play the skirmish missions. It's basically more missions, except they're not really connected to anything. It's just standalone missions, and they're well done enough. I think they're overall a little bit weaker than the campaign missions, but that's okay. They're skirmish missions, and if they were as good as the campaign missions, you might as well have included them in the campaign. So yeah, I'm not going to complain about that either. But I think, yeah, I've been babbling for quite a while. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I shall see you next time during Majesty 2 Monster Kingdom. So thanks for watching, and see you then.